Yes, Nordic Healthcare Group is a healthcare-focused analytics and advisory firm of about 250 experts. We support ICHOM set implementations from the strategy to outcomes collection, patient engagement, Power BI visualization of the results, and all the way to using of those outcomes, both in the clinical setting, in the management of the clinics, and also research purposes. In addition, we support public-private partnerships between life science industries and healthcare providers to jointly collect those outcomes that matter to patients. Well, I believe that when you collect and use those outcomes that matter to patients, you ultimately will transform the life of the patient. We have, for example, collected outcomes of a diabetes set in Africa, where we supported the integrated payer provider. They hadn't previously collected the prompts of their diabetes patients. And when we did that, we noticed that it's a fairly large share of their patients actually had a pretty low quality of life, and even some of them suicidal thoughts. There was nearly 50% of the patients that had depression or sleep disorders. So basically, with this information, the organization was able to target, for example, therapy services directly to those patients that had a low quality of life, and of course, the person that had suicidal thoughts could be sort of directly taken into with special care to make sure that everything is okay. And without the sort of implementation of ICHOM set, you wouldn't have ever sort of realized that there is this large share of the population, of patient population, that has this low quality of life, and you wouldn't have been able to tend to target the services to those patients that actually need the most of those additional services on top of the typical diabetes services. ICHOM is the world's leading organization promoting value-based healthcare and outcomes measurement. Working together with ICHOM, it helps us being updated of the latest developments of value-based healthcare implementations globally. It helps us to network with organizations that are also passionate about outcomes measurement. It also gives us an organization visibility in this network as a front runner of value-based healthcare implementation. And it also, of course, brings us concrete opportunities to expand our own presence globally. We are coming from the Nordics, but we work with the global reach, and ICHOM gives a perfect platform to reach out to those organizations that are globally working within the value-based healthcare agenda. Well, I'm mostly looking for meeting, sharing experiences, learning from those people that see the value of outcomes measurement. That's, I think, is the greatest value of ICHOM conferences. But of course, I'm also looking for hearing those great presentations, seeing where we are presently in the measurement and use of outcomes that matter to patients, and hearing all of those success stories globally.